Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Beezel, and this is a new horror film from writer-director Aaron Fratkin, and this film focuses on a story that takes place over 60 years. Three guests of a cursed home discover an eternal witch who lives beneath it with insatiable thirst for living souls. And this film starts off with this early scene, kind of ripped right out of Stephen King's It, and just sets the tone for some like creepy scares and this disturbing evil witch. And it's an interesting mix of like found footage elements and regular in-camera elements of horror. I will give Fratkin some big praise here. There's some really, really effective, awesome scares in this film. This film is just about an hour and 21 minutes. It looks like it was made on a shoestring budget, but it has the scares. And there's a couple of scares in here and a couple of moments that really like hit hard and are really messed up and disturbing and really deliver something special. And it's mostly done with some good tension building, great setup, using deep focus or different kinds of things to build up some horrific and scary moments throughout this film. Now, there's a couple of the performances that did stand out. I have to give credit to Bob Gallagher, who does, he channels this Phil Hartman kind of dad vibe so perfectly with his glasses and everything, and just his commitment to this performance. Lejean Woods, who plays this documentarian who's in this, and I feel like the two of them do a really fine job in one of the sections of this. I do feel like things start to falter with believability by the time you get to the third story, where I don't really buy into either of the performances, especially the husband. And each of these stories really leans into, the first one I feel like was the most creative and interesting. The second one is maybe not something we see a ton, but really works. But the third one felt like such a cop-out kind of easy, redone kind of horror concept, and just story in general about, it's just this couple moves, they're staying at this house and they're trying to sell it, or do they not want to sell it? They're not on the same page, but then it turns into possession of this ghost and some really creepy scares. Like I mentioned before, this film's very effective when it comes to its scares, but then it does start really leaning into some horrible horror tropes of really dumb choices and stuff like that, and you're just kind of sitting there this could have been more, but it's not, and we're just going to have to deal with it. So I think Fratkin found some really good elements here, and also was bogged down with his screenplay in terms of some unconvincing elements, with Victoria Fratz, who also starred in the film, being a part of this writing process. But in the end, I do feel like this has enough good scares to grab especially those horror fans out there. But those are my thoughts on Beezel. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.